Hey, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you new. Like this video, comment down below, man. Any NFL fans, man. Marshawn Lynch came out and he was partying so hard. He got back in his Mustang and dude caught a DUI, man. He was crashing in, bro. Look, guys, you can't be doing that kind of reckless stuff, man. I don't care how rich you are, how much money you got. You still get too turned off the liquor, man. Everybody need to put the bottle down because people be just way too drunk nowadays, driving and everything like that. That's dangerous, man. Marshawn Lynch don't have no business getting into a DUI, man. Like, first of all, he's a millionaire. What's he doing driving his own car alone? And he's supposed to be a millionaire. Like, he should have had a driver. He should have had a Uber or anything. You got all these people with money and they still don't want to take a Uber. They still want to drive their car and crash it. Like, if you look at his car, the wheel has no tire on it, man. And, and everybody already knows Mustangs aren't even safe anyways. Like, Mustangs always spin out of control and everything like that. So what you guys got to understand is that Marshawn Lynch made a big mistake, man. And he went to the party and he didn't think that what was in his cup was going to be that much that he couldn't handle it, man. But he was drinking the tequila. He was doing a lot of different type of mixing of the liquors, and he got way too turned. And the people that, when they told him that he was leaving, they were saying bye to him. They should have known that he was going to get into the car, man. They could have stopped him from doing that, and he could have possibly hurt somebody, man. This is serious because Marshawn Lynch supposed to be giving people something to look up to, and now he goes and does all this, man. This is tragic. But like I said, man, he had no business doing that. He has all that money. They could have got so many different type of limos, private and everything like that. And the fact that he doesn't have no security with him, he has no entourage. There's really nobody trying to tell him when he's sporadically making the wrong decisions, man. People really need people these days to look from the outside in and tell somebody when they've gone too far, man. And before anybody else's life gets affected, man, you got to understand that somebody could have been in the way of Marshawn Lynch, and he had no way of stopping, man. Because I want you guys to look at how the people with the body camera that came up with him, the two girl officers, man, they were talking to him and he was basically still passed out, leaning back. He didn't even know he was in a car. He was sitting on the seat thinking he was at home on the couch or something, reclined back. But no, he's behind a whole Mustang, the GT, and he's actually doing fast numbers on the dash, man. And what you got to understand is that it's somebody that he just turned the wrong corner. What's he doing going down one of those side streets, man? You know, it's always people walking on the side streets. Anybody that knows anything about when you got to be a person walking on the sidewalk, you got to look out for those cars. Like, it could be somebody just like Marshawn Lynch who comes speeding by. And if y'all didn't know too, that lady in LA who's a nurse, she went speeding in a I think she has some kind of foreign car, went speeding like so fast, over 100 miles an hour, into an intersection with the red light. And it's like she didn't even care, man. She was trying to do an attempt and basically smacked in, caused the fire. Man, that same thing could have happened to Marshawn Lynch. And you got to understand, people need to be safer behind the wheel, man. Like, it's 2022. You got all sorts of people driving out here. There's people that never had cars. There's people that never drove before that's behind the wheel. There's people that probably didn't even pass vision tests. There's people who finessed and they don't even have their L's. They don't have no license. Maybe they get suspended. Maybe they always be crashing cars. But one thing is that there's so many people and the road is only so big. You know, they can't just be making the roads extra wide. There's only so much room. So it's just a bound until if you just get too lit and go behind the wheel, man, you can hit something, you could mess up the car, you could mess you up or somebody else, man. So learn from the mistake Marshawn Lynch made. Don't do it. Get the Uber, stay the night somewhere, man. Always have a person that can drive with you or something. What happened to DDs, man? Marshawn Lynch didn't have a DD. That was the main thing, man. And the people that was partying with him, they didn't care whether he made it home or not, because they should have known to tell him that he wasn't safe enough to drive. One thing you got to know is that a lot of people who got the money, the limelight, the fame, people don't look out for them when they're making the mistakes. They all yes men around them. So anytime there's somebody spending money, they're quick to say yeah, but when they tell them, You know, is this a good idea? Is this that? They never talk about the negative sides of it, you know? And so it's like, man, we're trying to bring it to you. And the fact that they should have stopped him from even leaving the party and should have told him, let me call you Uber, let me drive you, or anything like that, man. And so he's lucky that he's still actually being able to walk, man, because it looked bad. If it had been 2 inches or a foot to the left, everything could have been turned differently. We would be seeing Marshawn Lynch and crying, man. So what you got to understand is that he's out there driving on the strip and like going somewhere by all these buildings and stuff, going through downtown in a whole city that's got all these tourists, man, and people. And he's in, like, he gets the DUI in Las Vegas, and you know it's always people walking over there and stuff like that, all these tourists and everything. So it's like there's no reason for him to be speeding like that and doing all these little tricks, trying to do a burnout. When he saw that Hellcat at that red light and he basically tried to race it, that's when everything went wrong, man, because the Hellcat, they knew where they were, so they were able to actually maneuver the roads. Marshawn Lynch didn't know where he was at like that. He's not coming and driving on the same street as that guy in the Hellcat. The guy in the Hellcat knew exactly when to turn and to brake, and he was able to get out the jam. But Marshawn Lynch, he's just racing on some random street he doesn't go on every day. And so he didn't know the maneuver to make to be able to slow down when that road curved. And it's a lot of the reason because he's coming off of a full party and binger, staying up all night. It's a lot of these things, man, where people are staying up all night, getting partying and everything, and they think that just because they stayed up all night and it's morning again, they think they not messed up no more. Like, they messed up in the head to think that, because they still go in and they're like, oh, it's morning, it's sunlight now, so I should be good. No, you got to see that Marshawn Lynch thought he was going to be good because it was going to be day in the morning and daytime now. And no, man, everything he was doing the night before, everything he put in himself is still affecting his body, man. His vision was off. Plus, the fact that whatever shades he had on got flown and ripped off, man. And so now it's like he's doing too many things where he's distracted and behind the wheel of a powerful car. So exactly what you think was going to happen happened. He crashed, ended up having to get everything towed. They cuffed him, booked him on the DUI. When they got his results from that, he blew into the thing, and it said that he was almost 2 to 3 times the legal limit, man. And when the ladies was talking to him, he was dang near passed out, leaning, slumped over, slurring his words. He barely was saying anything. He was just nodding his head yes and no for some of the questions, man. And so, look, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below what you think about the whole situation, man. What would you guys do? And I'm going to catch you on the next video.